Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and in tonight's movie review, this review is going to be on the new A24 film I just got out of seeing it tonight at my local Phoenix movie theater. And I actually saw a Thursday preview screening to this movie tonight, and no, it's not How to Train Your Dragon because I feel like I'm not really that interested in seeing the new How to Train Your Dragon remake because I feel like that live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon that technically just came out today and tomorrow. I feel like that's probably DreamWorks' response to Disney's trend of live action remakes to their animated movies. And yeah, and like I said, I've completely lost interest in Disney live action remakes after seeing Little Mermaid back in 2023. I didn't bother with Mufasa, I didn't bother with Lilo and Stitch, or even Snow White. So yeah, I'm just gonna skip the How to Train Your Dragon remake, and so I went and saw this movie instead. And so this review is gonna be on Materialists. Materialist comes to us from the director of the Academy Award nominee for Best Picture of 2023, Past Lives. Yeah, and this movie's written for the screen and directed by Celine Song. And this is actually her second movie that she directed after Past Lives, which was a really good movie. And so, in this movie, we follow a young New York City matchmaker who has like a lucrative business that turns complicated as Lucy, the character's name, Lucy, finds herself torn between the perfect match and her imperfect ex. And this movie is played out as a romantic comedy, which yeah, A24 rarely makes these types of films, but of course they previously did it with Past Lives since it was from the same director and writer. And so yeah, we got ourselves a romantic comedy starring Dakota Johnson, Pedro Pascal, and Chris Evans. So yeah, when I first saw the trailer to this movie, it had me very interested, of course, since I'm a big fan of A24 films. I think almost all their films are really good. And of course, some A24 films have been like hit or misses, but I don't really mind them all that much. But I think when it comes to movies like this, romantic comedies are in between. Like some of them are good, some of them are meh. But when it comes to A24 films making romantic comedies that are kind of like this, they're actually done the right way. And so I just got out of seeing this movie by myself tonight. And after seeing the movie, I thought Materialist was actually a really great film. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed almost everything about this film. And sure, there are some flaws here and there. Like some scenes in this movie, when it comes to the pacing during some scenes in this movie, some scenes kind of dragged on a little too long. Even though this movie's only like an hour and 56 minutes, but I didn't really mind the runtime all that much. It's just I feel like some scenes in this movie felt like they dragged on too long a little bit. But I gotta say, the story itself I thought was pretty interesting. Like I thought the story was pretty interesting, like how this movie is set in New York City. And I kind of feel like since this is a romantic comedy film, I kind of feel like this is almost like a Valentine's Day film, like something that should have came out in February, but of course it just came out right now, so eh. And I gotta say oh yeah, and the music itself by like Daniel Pemberton. Daniel Pemberton has done music for like a lot of films, including Bad Guys and this film. Like Daniel Pemberton has done a lot of music for many movies. Like his music was good here, and Celine Song actually does a great job working on this movie. Like she actually wrote and directed this film, and I think when I saw the opening credits, and I think the opening credits mentioned that she also produced this film too, which is pretty cool. Yeah, Celine Song does a great job working on this film, writing, producing, and directing this film, kind of like she did with Past Lives. And I gotta say, the performances were really great too. Like Pedro Pascal was really great in the film. And yeah, when I think of Pedro Pascal, I think of Mandalorian, think the Fox from Wild Robot. And yeah, and yes, he is going to be in the new Fantastic Four in the MCU. And yeah, Chris Evans was also really cool in the film. Like Chris Evans, I thought he did great in the film too. for an MCU actor, and it's pretty cool seeing Chris Evans in more movies like this that's not MCU related. And of course, Chris Evans' character John in this film, where he's not all humorous like Captain America in the MCU. John is actually more like a serious type person from what you expect in an A24 film. And as for Lucy, played by Dakota Johnson, I thought Dakota Johnson's performance was actually really good here. Yeah, this is actually like one of the rare times that Dakota Johnson has ever given out a good performance in a good movie. Yeah, because people nowadays have been being too hard on Dakota Johnson. They've been giving her like a really hard time ever since people remembered her when she was in those crappy 50 Shades of Grey movies. Ugh. And of course, yeah, Dakota Johnson was also in that piece of crap film Madam Web. Even though I thought Madam Web was okay, but I can definitely see the hate that Madam Web got, because a lot of people really hated Madam Web, and they were all giving like Dakota Johnson a real hard time. Yeah, but aside from the 50 Shades movies and Madam Web, I like Dakota Johnson in Bad Times at the El Royale, and I also liked her in The Peanut Butter Falcon as well. That was a really great film too. But yeah, sometimes Dakota Johnson has been in some pretty bad films, but there are some handful of good films that she was in. And yeah, I know she was in How to Be Single, but I still haven't watched How to Be Single yet. I mean, I have it on Blu-ray, but I still haven't watched it yet. Never seen it. But maybe at some point one of these days, if I feel like it, I might check it out. And yeah, and I've read on research that Dakota Johnson actually had a cameo appearance in The Social Network. Yeah, I love The Social Network. And I heard she was in 21 Jump Street as well, but I still got to check out those two 21 Jump Street films. I heard they were hilarious and awesome. But yeah, I'll see what I can do whenever I have time. Only time will tell. We'll see. But yeah, the performances in Materialists I thought were really good. I think everyone did a real great job here. And yeah, what more can I say about Materialists? Overall, in the end, I really enjoyed Materialists. I thought it was a great film from A24, like I just said. And the previews I got in front of the film I only got 4 previews, which, yeah, so the 4 trailers I got before the movie are Megan 2.0, which was the last preview they showed, and the other 3 previews I got were Jurassic World Rebirth and 20 Years Later. Like, for some reason I keep getting the first teaser trailer for 20 Years Later, which, I mean, I already said that if you know what I'm talking about, but regardless, I'm still looking forward to seeing 20 Years Later, and Jurassic World Rebirth, maybe. But as for Megan 2.0, I did like the first Megan, so I might check that one. I might check out the sequel. I'm sure I will. Because I remember me and my cousin Ashley went and saw the first Megan together, but you guys get it. And as for that third preview I got from the 4 trailers I got, I also got a trailer from the horror streaming service Shudder, like House on Aiden, I think that's what it's called, like House on Aiden, if that's what it's called. But I mean, I said it close enough a little bit. But yeah, so I think as for that Shudder preview, like House of Aiden, like I'm not really too sure about that, because I mean it is like a paranormal horror film, like a supernatural horror film, like some found footage horror film. But it actually comes out on July 25th. But I'm more interested in seeing the new Fantastic Four, and of course watching Happy Gilmore 2 on Netflix July 25th. But yeah, Materialists. It's a great movie, and probably one of my favorite A24 films I ever watched in theaters. And even though it does have a little bit of nitpicks here and there, but overall, Materialists was great, and I'm gonna give Materialists 4 stars out of 5. So yeah, if you're looking for a movie to see this weekend before Father's Day comes up, then I recommend checking out this movie. I'm sure you won't be disappointed. And there you have it, guys. That's my review on Materialists. And there you go, guys. That's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys liked it. And if you're not subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. And also make sure to like this video as well. With that being said, until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.